What's your nightmare mother-in-law story? My mother-in-law Linda hated me from day one. I'm talking about the kind of hate where she'd correct how I loaded the dishwasher at my own house, where she'd show up unannounced and rearrange our furniture while we were at work. My wife Amy would just say, that's how her mom is, that she means well. But I knew better. Linda called me every single Sunday at 9 a.m. Not to chat, to ask if I'd changed the air filters, if I'd checked the smoke detectors, if I'd gotten the oil changed in Amy's car. Like I was some teenager she had to babysit. She kept a spare key to our house, used it constantly. I'd come home and find her scrubbing our kitchen floor or replacing our towels with the ones she bought because ours were apparently garbage. Amy thought it was sweet. I thought it was insane. The worst part was how she looked at me, like she was waiting for me to screw up, like she knew something I didn't. At our wedding, she pulled me aside during the reception, looked me straight in the eye and said, take care of her. And then she said it again, take care of her. Not congratulations, not welcome to the family, just that same line twice, like a warning. For 3 years, it was the same routine. The Sunday calls, the unexpected visits, the constant checking. Then one night, Amy and I were at a restaurant celebrating our anniversary. Nice place downtown. We'd saved up for months. Halfway through dinner, Amy went to the bathroom. She was gone for maybe 2 minutes. When she came back, her face was white. She sat down and said, we need to go right now. I thought she was sick, but she wasn't looking at me. She was staring at her phone. We got in the car and she finally told me. She'd passed out in the bathroom, just for a few seconds, but it happened. We went straight to the emergency room. They ran tests for 5 hours. That's when the doctor came in and asked Amy if she knew she was diabetic. Type 1, severe. Amy had no idea. No symptoms she'd noticed. Nothing. The doctor said it was lucky we came in when we did. Her blood sugar was dangerous. Another few hours and she could have slipped into a coma. They kept her overnight. I slept in that awful hospital chair trying to understand how we missed this. The next morning, Linda showed up at 6 a.m., walked straight into the room like she'd been expecting this. She had a bag full of testing supplies, glucose monitors, insulin pens, a notebook with blood sugar logs already printed out. I just stared at her. How did you know? She sat down next to Amy's bed and took her daughter's hand. Because your dad had it. Type 1, diagnosed at 28, same age you are now. Amy started crying. You never told me. Linda's voice cracked. He didn't want you to spend your whole life worried about getting it. He made me promise not to tell you unless you showed symptoms. But I watched. Every single day for 3 years, I watched. That's when it hit me. All of it hit me at once. The Sunday calls asking about smoke detectors, because diabetics can pass out and fires are dangerous. The spare key and constant visits, to check on Amy without making her paranoid. The way she'd push healthy food on us. How she'd ask if Amy seemed tired lately, if she was drinking more water than usual. Linda wasn't checking on me. She was checking on her daughter, looking for signs, terrified she'd missed something. The furniture rearranging. She'd been moving trip hazards, sharp coffee table corners, anything Amy could hit if she fell. And that wedding day warning, take care of her. She'd been begging me to pay attention, to notice what she couldn't say out loud. I looked at Linda sitting there, and for the first time I saw her clearly. Not as the nightmare mother-in-law who wouldn't leave us alone, but as a mom who'd spent 3 years silently watching her daughter for symptoms of the disease that killed her husband. Too scared to say anything, too terrified not to look. Amy recovered. She manages her diabetes now, tests her blood sugar 4 times a day. We keep emergency glucose tabs in every room. And every Sunday at 9 a.m. I call Linda, not because she asks me to, but because I finally understand what she was doing all along. Last month we told her we're having a baby. She cried for 10 minutes straight, then she asked if we'd gotten the crib yet, said she wanted to come look at it, make sure it meets the new safety standards. Amy rolled her eyes and said, here we go again. But I just smiled and gave Linda our spare key back. Some nightmares turn out to be someone trying to save you. You just don't see it until it's almost too late.